Hi, welcome to the meditation for August. So this meditation is a pranayama meditation, so it's a breath meditation, and it's called complete breath. So it's said yogically that if we learn to control our breath, if we can train ourselves to control and harness our breath, then that means that we are in control of our life in the sense of we're navigating our life versus being just swept away by the circumstances of life and just always trying to deal with it. So when we can learn to train our breath, train ourselves with our breath, then we then are training our mind in a very masterful way. So this is actually considered a very masterful breath in that it actually does that. So there's a couple different ways that this breath, we can do this breath. So I'm going to offer this technique particularly, which is you're going to start off basically inhaling for a specific count, holding for the same equal count, and exhaling for the same equal count. Eventually, we want to be able to get into an inhale of 20 counts, holding for 20 or 20 seconds, and then exhaling for 20 seconds. You could also do this where you're eventually inhaling for 30 and then exhaling for 30 in a continuous way. Okay, so I'm going to suggest the 2-2-2 ratios, the 20 ratio, the 3 of the 20 ratio, which is inhaling for 20, holding for 20, and exhaling for 20. That's ultimately what we want to lead up to. You may want to start off with an inhale of 4, hold 4, and exhale 4. You may want to start with an inhale of 8 and hold 8 and exhale 8. The key is you might be able to inhale 15 and hold for 12 and then exhale for 10. So again, you'll start to recognize and realize where you're not balanced in the breath. And some days are very different. Some days we're just going to be really solid and steady in it, and other days we're just not there. Every day is different. So eventually you want to start to lead up so that you can do this very rhythmically and for a period of time. So minimum would be 3 minutes, working your way up to potentially 7 or 11 minutes, or maybe even 31 minutes if you really want to kind of dive deep into it at some point. So the invitation, though, I would start off with the count that you can do each part equally. So you may be able to inhale way more than 8, but if you can't exhale the same amount, then start with where you're at. And you might just want to stay with that for a couple weeks or a couple days or a couple months, depending. So the invitation is just start with what feels doable for you, where you can maintain the equal parts, and then build yourself up, ideally to do the inhale 20, hold 20, and exhale 20. So just to go over it, if you want to start with an inhale through the nose of, say, 8, holding 8, exhaling through the nose for 8. So this is an inhale and exhale through the nose. Invitation is, as you're starting, just take a minute to, rub your palms together, come into a cross-seated or seated comfortable position. Press your palms together. You can press your thumbs into your sternum. This is the mudra you can use, or you can also just use the Gyan mudra. So you're bringing your hands, the back of the wrists are relaxed on your thighs, just above your knees, thumb tip into your index fingertip, palms are up. So you can do that too, whatever's comfortable for you. And you're just going to close the eyes, take your inner gaze to your third eye point. Just take a minute and straighten your spine, relax your shoulders, take a couple deep breaths in and out. And just let yourself kind of settle into your body, settle into your breath, just releasing any heaviness, any tension. Just bring all your focus just into you, your body, your breath, the moment, and then begin. I would start off with 3 minutes if this is new for you. And if you're new to pranayama, definitely would start off with no more than 3 minutes. Just a keynote to remember too, if you're not used to doing a lot of breath meditations, it does increase a lot of circulation, and that includes circulation to your brain. So if you start to feel dizzy, just pause, take a break. Maybe that's it for the day. Of course, if you have any medical conditions and you want to check with your doctor or practitioners before you start this meditation, always please do so. Just know that it's not uncommon if you're doing a lot of breath meditations to experience a little bit of dizziness, even nausea sometimes, as you start to increase that circulation. So work your way up, be gentle with yourself, always listen to your body, listen to your body's responses. If you feel like that's enough, some days again are different, then take a break, pause, resume, or that's it for your day. If some people have a very sensitive, they're sensitive to certain breaths, like some people get panicky if they're breathing too much in or too much out. We come into this life on an inhale and we exhale on our way out. So that's how powerful the breath is, right? So sometimes that can elicit some deeper subconscious fears around life itself, or around either receiving or letting go and releasing. So just don't be surprised if you're doing this, because this is, especially if you're working on up to the 20, you're going to be continuously crossing different thresholds within yourself, and that potentially could reveal some interesting things that come out of your subconscious that you may not have recognized or realized were there. Very beautiful, very powerful breath. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you have a very beautiful, peaceful month. Namaste.